I now go on to system design, and I know it's one of the issues that is of concern to people in St. John. So I want to address it directly, and we may not agree, but at least you understand where we're coming from, and we've certainly read a lot about where you're coming from. But let me first start with the government. We have recommended that in order for there to be a strong system, the government really has to redefine what its role is in post-secondary. And we have recommended that they get out of the operational business of post-secondary. Specifically, that they divest themselves of the college system and they divest themselves of the apprenticeship system. One of the difficulties you have in government is if you are both the operational arm and the policy arm, things get confused very quickly. And governments are good at policy things, they're not particularly good at operational things. New Brunswick was the last province in Canada, or will be if these recommendations are accepted, but that's up to the government. They're the only province in Canada where the operational aspect of the college system still resides within the government. If you look at the success of the college system in New Brunswick, you find some interesting anomalies. One is that in New Brunswick, the colleges represent the lowest proportion of enrollments in post-secondary of any province in Canada. Enrollment in the colleges also has one of the smallest class sizes of any province in Canada. Because the colleges are unable to make decisions at a local level, we feel that a lot of opportunities are lost, and that by removing them from the government and in fact gives them more flexibility and more responsiveness to their communities. A second major change, and the one that obviously is concerned here, is the creation of a new type of institution which we've labeled Polytechnic. If you get a chance to read the report, what you'll see if and when you read the report, what you will see in there is that the terminology is something we labored over because it's not an easy terminology to describe. The words Institute of Technology were used, institute were used, and one of the points that I'd like people to think about today as we exchange views is to move from the terminology into the philosophy. And if we disagree, let's disagree on philosophy.
How can we disagree on philosophy if you take it away from us?
If one... Let me go over what are classically the 7 concepts related to this term. And if you disagree, that's fine. You can disagree. Great. Tell me what the 7 are then. Okay. One of them is that there's more of applied focus within this type of education. If you look at UNBSJ, there are many departments that give an applied focus. whether it's nursing or whether it's biology or whether it's business or whether it's psychology. It's not unusual to UNBSJ or to a university. The point is that under the model that we're talking about, there tends to be a more applied focus. Doesn't mean there's not a theoretical focus, but there tends to be an applied focus. The second criteria is there tends to be a variety of credentials. Credentials could be certificate programs, diploma programs, baccalaureate programs, graduate programs, PhD programs. It is a variety of credentials. If you want to look at polytechnics, pull some off North America. Go in. I can give you names if you want. You don't trust me. Go in and Google Polytechnic and look at what they're doing. If you believe if you believe education is a hierarchy, then you and I will disagree. Okay, well, I'll accept that. If you believe that a PhD student is better than an electrician, if you believe that a Bachelor of Arts is better than a technologist.
We deserve to have the option. And you're taking that. We deserve to have that option.
The third element is that the credentials are laddered. And this is because you want a student to be able to come in and out of the system and understand how their credits will move. So if they come in and do a diploma, go out and work for a while, want to come back and do a degree, want to go out and work for a while, want to come back and do a postgraduate diploma, at least they understand how they might make that progression in education. A fourth element is that it's student focused. A fifth element is that it concentrates on applied research. A sixth element is it's very responsive to its community needs. And last, it is able to respond very quickly to internal and external changes in its environment. So ultimately, we get down to a system of beliefs. You have one belief. I simply ask you to look at reality and find out. Critical thinking is a unique skill that requires understanding all sides of an issue before reaching a decision. So I would encourage people to look at MIT, look at Caltech. Okay.